Duly Noted, 7/3/2016. Hi, I'm Dr. Kathy Dooley. I'm here on this amazing Independence Day weekend at Breakneck Ridge. It's one of my favorite places to hike with my husband. And as we're hiking today, I felt this wonderful strength in my ankles and my feet. And I know that I've earned that over years of being able to perfect a lunge and also to be transition myself into smaller footwear that didn't hike myself off the ground too much. I hiked here in a New Balance minimus shoe, which isn't probably the most ideal of hiking shoes, but it gives my ankle a lot of mobility so I can access multiple ranges. And one has to progress into a shoe that's that flat. It's about somewhere between a 0 and 4 millimeter drop, but if you're wondering how to prevent ankle sprains when you're hiking, it's really important to learn triplanar movement at the hindfoot. In your hindfoot, you have the tibia and the fibula making a joint with the talus called the ankle mortise joint, and that does plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. And then you have a subtalar joint right below. That's the joint that the talus makes with the calcaneus, and that does eversion, which is like evil, takes your soul out, and then inversion, which brings the soul in. And those mechanisms have to work in conjunction with each other to prevent ankle sprain. Most ankle sprains happen in calcaneal inversion and a little bit of plantar flexion, so you'll roll the ankle outwards. And the most susceptible ligament to sprain is called the anterior talofibular ligament. It's a ligament right here. To prevent ankle sprains, what you can do for yourself before you hike is just check to see if you need mobility in certain planes. I do this with a gait lunge. In a lunge position, I look for internal rotation of the front femur, external rotation of the back femur, tibial internal rotation, tibial external rotation. And then the front foot is pronation. Pronation is a coupled movement in the front here with dorsiflexion of the ankle mortise joint, so that's closing down and extension of the ankle mortise joint. And pronation in the back part here is calcaneal eversion. So what we're looking for is the heel to kind of come outwards a little bit. And so a lot of people are missing that range. When you're checking this front leg for mobility, you track the knee over about the second toe, somewhere between the first and second toe. And in the back foot, you want to be able to maintain that external femoral rotation and push to the outside of the ankle right here. So as you're just checking that and you put yourself into a lunge position, you can feel if you're immobile. And for me, like, oh my, I feel like there could be a little bit more supination in this left back foot. I'm looking for my knee to track over the great toe here. If my knee bows inwards like this, I know I might be missing some of the ability to properly control internal rotation of the femur and internal rotation of the tibia. So I'm just going to check that and see if I can get that to track properly. And if I can't get one to work, I'll actually start to work on calcaneal inversion on the back foot and then pronation on the front foot. If I can't get the internal rotation to control in this front leg, I'll go into half kneeling and I'll actually push my femur out towards the trees and push my tibia into internal rotation here and then track my knee over the second toe, trying to get that calcaneus to evert. And then I'll go back into my gait lunge and say, now, hey, that feels like something I can hike on. You can do that and switch onto the feet and see if there's any kind of blocks in mobility, stability, and strength in one foot over the other. Then you put back on your socks, you put back on your shoes and go for a hike and try it out. Remember that ankle mobility, stability, and strength must be in a trifecta. If you're missing one part, likely another part will take over and you could end up at risk for ankle sprain. It's not just a function of the ankle, it's a function of the tibia, of the femur, and the spine above. So don't let yourself hunch too much, don't let yourself hyperextend too much. You'll notice on the lunge itself, my spine pretty much stays in alignment. If you need tips on the gait lunge, there's a separate Dooley Noted video called Gait Lunge, G-A-I-T. You should check it out. Make sure to check yourself before you wreck yourself with the ankle, before you go hiking. And I gotta be one of the class of people that doesn't like to wear things that cover my ankles during hiking because it might stiffen my ankle and leave me prone to sprains when I'm done with my hike. And so I definitely don't want to lock my ankle down. But you may have to transition into that with a little bit of strength first. So as you start to work on your ankle mobility, stability, and strength through the entire kinetic chain, then you can get to a shoe that's much lower to the ground. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you'll take these points to your next hike. Duly noted.